top 5 Nick Kyrgios outbursts. Nick Kyrgios is known for his unpredictable behavior both on and off the court, and in this video we are going to dive into some of his most explosive moments, from smashing rackets to exchanging verbal jabs with opponent. Nick Kyrgios has never been one to hold back, so sit back, grab some popcorn, and prepare to witness some of the most memorable and controversial moments from one of tennis' most fascinating characters. Let's get started. 5. I don't want to be here anyway. 2015 Shanghai Master. Nick Kyrgios has been involved in several high-profile outbursts over the years, but one that stands out is his behavior during the 2015 Shanghai Masters. The incident has been ranked as one of the top 5 Nick Kyrgios outbursts of all time. During the match against Misha Zverev, Kyrgios appeared to be disinterested and was not putting in much effort. He received a code violations for not giving his best effort, which only seemed to make things worse. Kyrgios continued to display a lack of effort and even began hitting the ball into the net or out of bounds intentionally. He also made several sarcastic comments to the chair umpire, such as, "Can you call time so I can finish this match and go home?" and "I don't want to be here anyway." The crowd began to boo Kyrgios, which only seemed to fuel his anger. He smashed his racket on the ground and even kicked a water bottle, which resulted in a point penalty. Kyrgios eventually lost the match, and his behavior was heavily criticized by fans and fellow players alike. Many people felt that he disrespected the sport and his opponent by not giving his best effort. Kyrgios later apologized for his behavior, stating that he had been going through personal issues at the time and had not been in the right mindset to play. However, his behavior during the match was still widely condemned. He was fined $16,500. 4. Stop talking to me, okay? 2019 Italian Open. The 2019 Italian Open saw yet another unforgettable Kyrgios moment when he famously shouted, "Stop talking to me, okay?" at the umpire of his match against Casper Ruud. The incident occurred in the third set of the match, with Kyrgios having lost the first set and won the second. He was trailing 1-2 in the third when he received a code violations for unsportsmanlike conduct. Kyrgios had been complaining about the noise coming from the crowd, and the umpire had warned him to calm down. When Kyrgios received the violation, he turned to the umpire and shouted, "Stop talking to me, okay?" The moment quickly went viral, with fans and commentators alike reacting to Kyrgios' latest outbursts. Some criticized him for his lack of sportsmanship, while others praised him for his passion and his willingness to speak his mind. He was disqualified from the match and fined $20,000. 3. You are a fucking disgrace. 2019 Cincinnati Masters. Another of Kyrgios' most infamous moments came at the 2019 Cincinnati Masters, where he lashed out at umpire Fergus Murphy with the now iconic phrase, "You are a fucking disgrace." The incident occurred in Kyrgios' second-round match against Karen Khachanov. Kyrgios, already upset with Murphy's calls, was given a time violation warning for taking too long between serves. He responded by saying, "I lost. I'm not going to give 100% when I'm out here. I'm just not," and then proceeded to smash 2 rackets on the court. Murphy then called for a code violations, and Kyrgios turned his anger towards the umpire, calling him a fucking disgrace. He continued to berate Murphy for several minutes, even after the match had ended in a 6-7, 7-6, 6-2 defeat for Kyrgios. The outburst drew widespread condemnation from fans and fellow players alike. Roger Federer, who was also competing at the tournament, said that Kyrgios crossed the line and that a zero-tolerance policy should be enforced for such behavior. Rafael Nadal also called Kyrgios disrespectful and said that he lacks respect for the public, his rival, and himself. Kyrgios, for his part, seemed unrepentant. In a post-match press conference, he defended his behavior by saying, "I'm not going to apologize to Murphy. He's an idiot." He also aimed the ATP, the governing body of men's tennis, saying that they are pretty corrupt anyway, so I'm not fussed about it at all. Kyrgios was fined $113,000 for his behavior, which included several code violations. 2. I'm not playing. 2021 Australian Open. The incident occurred in the third set of the match when Kyrgios was trailing 5-4. After losing a point, he slammed his racket onto the ground in frustration, resulting in a code violation. As he walked back to the baseline, Kyrgios could be heard telling his coaching team that he was not going to continue playing. "I'm not playing, bro. I'm not playing." "What's the point?" Kyrgios said. Kyrgios went on to lose the match, but his outburst drew widespread criticism from the tennis world. Many questioned his commitment to the sport and his attitude on the court. Former tennis player John McEnroe, who is no stranger to his outbursts during his career, called Kyrgios a black eye for the sport. However, Kyrgios defended his actions in a post-match press conference, saying that he was dealing with a physical issue and was not mentally in the right place to continue playing. "I just wasn't there today, mate. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I knew I wasn't physically right, and I knew I wasn't in the right space mentally to continue playing," Kyrgios said. While Kyrgios' outburst was certainly a controversial moment, it also highlighted the mental and physical challenges that athletes face regularly. Tennis players in particular have to deal with the pressure of performing at a high level while also managing their physical health and well-being. Kyrgios' outbursts also drew attention to the importance of mental health in sports. While physical injuries are often talked about, mental health issues are still stigmatized and rarely discussed openly in sports. Kyrgios' honesty about his mental state was a refreshing change and could help to open up the conversations about mental health in sports. Kyrgios was eventually fined $7,500 for his behavior. 1. You're a fucking tool. 2015 Rogers Cup. In 2015, the Rogers Cup witnessed one of the most controversial outbursts in tennis history when Nick Kyrgios uttered the infamous words, "You're a fucking tool," to the chair umpire during a match against Stan Wawrinka. The incident became an instant sensation, attracting global media attention and sparking heated debates about sportsmanship and professionalism. Kyrgios had been trailing Wawrinka in the third set when he made a lewd comment about the Swiss player's girlfriend Donna Vekic during a changeover. The remark was picked up by a nearby microphone and broadcast to the crowd and the television audience, prompting Wawrinka to confront Kyrgios on the court. However, the umpire, Mohamed Lahyani, did not take any immediate action, leading Kyrgios to become increasingly agitated. When Wawrinka took the second set 6-3, Kyrgios lost his temper and unleashed a torrent of abuse at Lahyani, accusing him of favoring Wawrinka and making several personal attacks. "He's a fucking tool, man," Kyrgios shouted, before adding, "Every time I play, he's doing the same stupid shit every time." This earned Kyrgios a code violation and a $10,000 fine. It also tarnished his reputation. Despite the controversy, Kyrgios went on to win the match against Wawrinka, but he eventually lost in the quarterfinals to John Isner. The fallout from the incident continued for weeks, with Kyrgios issuing a public apology and Wawrinka expressing his disappointment and anger. The incident also raised questions about the culture of tennis and the expectations placed on young players. Thanks for watching our video on the top 5 Nick Kyrgios outbursts. We hope you enjoyed watching the fiery and often controversial moments from one of the most enigmatic tennis players of our time. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more exciting sports content and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And if you want to see more videos like this, let us know in the comments below.